Global Citizen Festival.
Well, good morning, Desiree. Among those that we expect to be listed here today, according to speculation, is Beyonce and husband Jay-Z. Now, you know that Beyonce last came to South Africa in 2004 for the 46664 concert. Again, it was in celebration of Nelson Mandela. But since then, people have been crying for her to come back. We understand that the Motsepe Foundation, the Patrice Motsepe Foundation, and the Motsepe family, who were instrumental in bringing Barcelona here, made the hope a reality. But that is yet to be confirmed, because we understand that they are some of the sponsors of this event, and they might have been instrumental in bringing here Beyonce and Jay-Z, but of course that is yet to be confirmed. Now, of course, other artists that have featured in these festivals since they started in 2012 include Stevie Wonder, Rihanna, Alicia Keys, and many, many others. So, as you said earlier, the event that was held last year, we had a parallel one in Hamburg, but the one before that in 2016 also had a parallel event in India. So now we have to find out what the event in South Africa in celebration of former President Nelson Mandela and the artists who will be performing in that will be. But of course, this event is curated by Coldplay's Chris Martin, and this is the man to look out for, because Coldplay has been performing in all of these events, and we expect them to also perform now. Whether they'll be in South Africa or in New York this year, that is yet to be found out. But of course, many, many big names expected for South Africa for the Nelson Mandela Centenary. Desiree?
So, Nthakoana, besides the artists and the musicians, what other activities on the side can we expect to take place under the Global Citizen Festival?
Well, this particular festival apparently has been held in many other places. There are side events. This is a project that wants to eradicate extreme poverty by 2030 in the world. And they hold a number of activities, and they have a number of projects to ensure that they engage a number of people. And many, many activities are held the world over. But here in South Africa, as we say, this will probably be the first time that they're bringing Beyonce here, if they confirm that later on today. And of course, we expect to hear what other artists will be performing in this particular event. Desiree?
You know, Nthakoana, your palpable excitement about the possible announcement, you can't even hide it. You remind me of a time when the whole country was waiting, then Minister Fikile Mbalula to announce the imminent arrival, and that just never happened. But give us a sense of the time. What time are they going to start, and who's going to speak today? Well, today, as I say, the curator of this event since 2015 is Coldplay's Chris Martin, and I suppose many are expecting to see him here today. But of course, there were reports earlier on in the year, in April, that he was in South Africa. He was spotted in Cape Town, we understand, and he was at the time in conversation with many people around this particular event. But of course, Desiree, I think if we can talk about the Nelson Mandela Centenary itself, we can also talk about the fact that former President of the US, Barack Obama, will be delivering the lecture, and that will be on the eve of the 100th of what would have been the 100th birthday of Nelson Mandela, and that is expected on the 17th of July. So another exciting event. So I expect, as you say, we can't even hide the excitement around this year. Nthakoana, I hope to get the latest from you as soon as that briefing gets underway and we get the expected announcement. Thank you so much.
Folks, you should have seen the frenzy that happened earlier this morning when Naomi Campbell walked past the newsroom. It was a real frenzy, and I won't mention any names, Pax, but of fear of reprisal.
Desks were relieved. People left their desks.
Exactly.
And,
you
wanted
swear
to,
it was breaking news?
Yeah, yeah.
But
it
anyway,
is actually.
It's interesting. Yeah, great conversation this morning on Morning Live. Well, a number of suspects are appearing in different Gauteng courts this morning for cash and transit related crimes.